So essentially what you're saying is the obesity epidemic can't be solved by merely having people exercise more. Let's dig into what you said around movement and exercise there, because this will probably surprise quite a number of people that hear this. What were you getting at just a moment ago when you said that exercise on its own, even if you stick to it, isn't often going to be sufficient to do what people want it to do?
Well, I'll start off with how I got into this issue, which is we wanted to understand how many calories you burn every day if you're a hunter-gatherer. Why do we want to know that? Well, because we know that metabolism is so important for so many aspects of evolution and ecology. It's like a central thing you want to know about any species, our own species.
And I suppose the naive view here going into some of the stuff is, oh, well, people move less today. We're sedentary. We've got couches and nice apartments. Hunter-gatherers must have been moving a lot more.
Because they are. We knew going into it, and it's absolutely true, that they're much more physically active than the standard American adult is, or European, or anybody else in the developed world. And we use this doubly labeled water technique. So we had a really precise measurement of how many calories burned per day. Nobody had ever done that with a hunter-gatherer group before. We get the results back, and we were shocked because they actually don't burn as many calories as we thought they would. In fact, they burn the same number of calories as Americans do and Europeans do. That was mind-blowing because they're much more active. They get more physical activity in a day than most Americans get in a week. So we didn't expect that at all. And that was the beginning for me. Other people had sort of seen pieces of this, but for me, that was the beginning of the aha. Our bodies somehow adjust to our lifestyles. Right. And even when we're physically active, we're not burning as many calories as you'd expect for that increased activity. Maybe there's something going on there.
As you would expect, more active than sedentary, Western Europeans or Americans today. And yet they're not burning as many more calories as you'd expect for that difference in active activity.
So if I burn more with my muscles, then, I'll just burn less with other stuff. And the total calories a day, I'm not going to say it won't change at all. If you start exercising today, you get an exercise program and you start going. But it won't change as much as you think. Mm-hmm. And it might not change at all. We do see that where people, they start an exercise program today, and we look at them 12 months later, they're doing the exercise faithfully. Mm-hmm. Their total energy expenditure is the same as it was when they started. Mm-hmm. So before they started, actually.
Yeah. So essentially what you're saying is the obesity epidemic can't be solved by merely having people exercise more. That's probably going to be a losing strategy in general. It doesn't mean that exercise is bad or not good, but it means it's not going to be effective for this particular outcome.